He told his friends he settled for me, so I upgraded myself beyond him. Please stay with me as I tell my story. And please, do not forget to support our channel by subscribing to our channel, liking our videos, and sharing your loved ones. Your support means the world to us. Now to our story. I wasn't snooping. Seriously, I wasn't. I was just grabbing his hoodie from the couch because I was cold, and I heard his voice on speaker. He was on the phone with his friends, laughing like nothing in the world could bother him. I paused, not because I wanted to listen, but because I heard my name. Yeah, I settled for her, he said, laughing like it was some kind of joke. She's not really what I wanted, but she's loyal. She's not going anywhere. I froze. The hoodie slipped from my hand and hit the floor, but he didn't hear it. I stood there, heart thumping, trying to make sense of what I'd just heard. Settled? Loyal? Not going anywhere? That's what he thought of me? It felt like a punch to the gut. A weird, slow burn in my chest started spreading, and I just stood there, replaying it in my head again and again. All those late nights I waited up for him. All the times I supported him when he had nothing. All the sacrifices I made without complaining. That's what I was to him. A backup plan. He didn't see me as a partner. He saw me as someone safe, someone easy, someone who would stay no matter how little he gave back. He thought he could keep me around just because I'd always been there. But that night changed everything. I didn't say a word to him. I picked up the hoodie, walked into the bedroom, and acted like nothing happened. I smiled when he walked in. I kissed him goodnight. But inside, something snapped. He had no idea what I was about to do. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I didn't even confront him. I didn't give him that satisfaction. Instead, I made a quiet promise to myself right there in the dark. I was going to upgrade every part of my life. I was going to become the version of myself that he could never reach again. He thought I was loyal. He thought I was staying. He had no clue I was already planning my exit, and that I wasn't just leaving. I was about to become the woman he'd never be good enough. And when I was done, he'd wish he never opened his mouth in that call. I gave this man years of my life. Not months. Not a fling. Actual years. Birthdays, holidays, lazy Sundays. Moments I'll never get back. And for what? Now that I think back, the signs were always there. I just didn't want to believe them. Like how he never posted me on his socials. Not even a story. I'd ask, and he'd say, I don't like sharing my private life, or social media isn't real anyway. Meanwhile, he had no problem posting gym selfies and group pics with other girls in them. Or how he joked about me not being his usual type in front of people. He'd laugh, nudge my arm, and say things like, you know, I usually go for blondes, right? Or, you're not what I pictured myself ending up with, but hey, life's weird. I'd smile because I didn't want to make it awkward. I'd laugh along even though inside, it stung like hell. I let those things slide. Again and again. Even when he made me feel small in public, corrected me in conversations just to look smart, or brushed off my feelings by calling me too sensitive. Every little gut punch came disguised as a joke. Relax, it's just a joke. That was his favorite line. He made me feel like I was lucky to have him, like he was doing me a favor by being with me. And I believed it. I twisted myself to fit into the version of me he liked. Less makeup. More chilled. Don't be too emotional. Don't be too much. Be easy. Be cool. Now I see it for what it was. I wasn't his partner. I wasn't his priority. I was just there. A placeholder until he found someone better. He kept me around because I made life convenient for him. I supported him, comforted him, stayed loyal. And he assumed I'd never walk away because I never had before. But that was the old me. The one who thought love meant shrinking myself to make him feel big. The one who tolerated being treated like an option while giving him everything. That girl's gone. Now, I'm done playing the placeholder. And the best part? He won't even see the switch until it's too late. He'll look up one day and realize I'm no longer waiting for him to choose me, because I already chose myself. And he's about to learn what it feels like to lose someone who actually gave a damn. After I heard that call, I couldn't stop replaying it in my... I settled for her. It echoed over and over like a scratchy loop I couldn't turn off. At first, I spiraled. I cried in the shower. I sat in bed staring at the ceiling. Then something in me flipped. I needed answers. I needed to know how deep it went. So, I did what anyone would do when their heart's been ripped open. I started digging. I remembered the names of his closest friends. The ones always around. The ones I'd cooked for, joked with, smiled at while they looked me in the face like everything was fine. I scrolled through Instagram, checked tags, checked stories. Nothing obvious at first. But then, one of them messaged me. It started with, "Hey, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I feel bad." My stomach dropped. He said he overheard the call too and thought it was foul. Then came the receipts, screenshots, group chat messages, conversations between my boyfriend and his boys where they laughed about me like I was some kind of punchline. They called me Plan B. Said I was good enough for now. Said he could do so much better, but at least she's loyal. I scrolled in disbelief. I kept thinking, no, this has to be fake. but the usernames were real. The dates lined up. My heart shattered piece by piece, word by word. It wasn't just the betrayal, it was the humiliation. The fact that while I was showing up, loving him, standing by him, he was clowning me behind my back. That broke something in me, but only for a minute, because after that minute passed, the tears dried, and I felt something new. Not sadness, not pain, clarity. If this is what he thought of me, if this is how he spoke about me to his own friends, then he didn't deserve a warning shot. He deserved consequences. No dramatic fights. No breakdowns. No begging for closure. Just me cool, calm, and calculated. If he thought I was just some background character in his story, he was about to find out I was the plot twist he never saw coming. The heartbreak? That was his. The game? That was mine now. And I don't lose. I didn't confront him. Not yet. I knew he expected a scene. He probably thought I'd cry, scream, ask him why he said those things. But I didn't give him the satisfaction. I smiled like I always did. I kissed him goodnight like nothing had changed. But everything had. The next morning, I started disappearing. Quietly, slowly, on purpose. First, I stopped texting first. No more good morning messages. No more checking in. No more long paragraphs trying to explain myself or fix things he broke. If he wanted to talk, he could reach out. Then I turned off my location. No warning. No explanation. Just off. He didn't ask about it right away, but I knew he noticed. Next, I hit the gym. Hard. Every day, early morning or late night. It wasn't just about looks. It was about control, discipline, energy. I was doing something for me for once. And let me tell you, sweat is therapy. I changed my hair too. Nothing dramatic, just enough to feel fresh. New. Unattached to who I was when I let him walk all over me. And work. I focused harder than ever. I stayed late, spoke up more, took the lead on a big project. My boss noticed. I got pulled into a meeting and walked out with a promotion. While he was out here calling me Plan B, I was out here becoming that girl. At home, I played it cool. I was polite, chill, almost distant. He'd ask if something was wrong and I'd just smile and say, no, just tired. I could tell it messed with his head. I wasn't arguing. I wasn't begging. I wasn't reacting. I was just different. He started asking where I was going more, who I was with, why I was dressing up just to run errands. He suddenly wanted to cuddle, wanted to hang out, wanted to talk. But I didn't have time. I had somewhere to be. I had things to do. I had a life, and he wasn't the center of it anymore. The more I pulled back, the more he reached. And the more desperate he got, the calmer I became. He thought I'd never leave, but I was already gone, and he could feel it. He couldn't figure out why I was pulling away. I was still there, technically, still sleeping in the same bed, still making coffee in the morning. But my energy had shifted. I wasn't laughing at his jokes. I wasn't asking about his day. I wasn't giving him anything extra. I was just present, quiet, focused. And he hated it. So one afternoon, out of nowhere, he showed up at my job. Unannounced. I was at my desk finishing up a report when I saw him through the glass, standing in the lobby with a stupid grin and a bouquet of flowers. Bright red roses. He waved like he was in some rom-com. My stomach turned. Not because I missed him, but because I knew exactly what he was doing. Trying to win me back before he even knew I was already gone. One of my coworkers nudged me. OMG, is that your man? She whispered with a smile. Everyone was looking. I stood up slowly, took a breath, and walked out to meet him. He handed me the flowers like I was supposed to melt. Thought I'd surprise you, he said, leaning in for a kiss. I didn't move. I just looked at him and said calmly, did you bring these for the woman you settled for? His face dropped. The color drained from it like someone flipped a switch. He blinked like he didn't hear me right. What? I repeated it, louder this time. You said you settled for me, that I'm not what you wanted. So, are these for your backup plan? Silence. The entire lobby was quiet. My coworkers froze. No one said a word. He looked like he wanted to disappear. I smiled politely, took the flowers, turned around, and walked back to my desk. I didn't look back. Later that night, he texted me some long, dramatic message about how he didn't mean it, and guys just say dumb stuff to look cool in front of their friends. But I left it on read, because the truth is, I wasn't trying to make a scene. I wasn't trying to humiliate him. I just wanted him to know I knew. And once that truth was out there, nothing he could do would fix it. The damage was done. And the power? It had shifted. Completely. And trust me, I still was. Done. It only took one photo. I didn't even plan it. I was out with some girlfriends. Nothing wild, just drinks, music, and laughter. I wore this black satin dress that hugged in all the right places. Hair done, skin glowing, heels on point. We took a few pics by the rooftop bar lights. And later that night, I posted one. Just one. No caption. No tags. Just vibes. I didn't even think about him. Not once. But he saw it. And he lost his damn mind. Within minutes, he viewed my story. Then again. And again. I checked the views. His name sat right there, top of the list, refreshing like clockwork. Then the text started. Where are you? Who are you with? You look good, but why you posting thirst traps now? Can we talk? I didn't answer. So he called. Once. Then twice. Then 17 times. Back to back. He left a voicemail too, voice cracking like he was on the verge of something deep. I just miss you, okay? I don't know what's going on with us, but I feel like you're slipping away. That's because I was. He thought I'd sit at home crying, waiting for him to change. But I wasn't crying. I wasn't waiting. I was moving on, and it looked damn good on me. While he was pacing around, suddenly realizing what he was losing, I was sipping cocktails with people who actually listened when I spoke, laughing with friends who hyped me up without backhanded compliments, smiling across the table at someone new, someone who didn't make me feel like a backup plan. I didn't post that photo for him. I posted it for me. But the fact that it shattered whatever ego he had left, that was a bonus. He didn't see the gym sessions, the late nights studying for that certification, the therapy appointments, the self-work. He didn't notice me rebuilding until the final product showed up on his screen and made him panic. Suddenly, I was everything he wanted. Suddenly, he realized my worth. But it was too late, because I wasn't trying to make him jealous. I was just done being invisible. And that photo, it wasn't revenge. It was a beginning. A quiet announcement that the girl he took for granted was gone. And the woman I became? She doesn't answer desperate calls. He really thought he had a shot. After ignoring my silence, the missed calls, the way I pulled away without saying a word, he finally cracked. And when he did, it was cringy beyond belief. It started with a text. A long one. Like paragraphs. He poured his heart out, or tried to anyway. Said he was going through stuff when he said what he said. Claimed he didn't mean it. That he was just being stupid with the guys. And the best part, he quoted Drake. Something like, "You know I only love my bed and my mama, but I didn't realize you were the third one." I almost threw my phone across the room. I had him blocked everywhere at that point. Instagram, Snapchat, even Spotify. But he found a way. He made a new burner account, DM'd me again, then sent the text through an old group chat we used to be in. I hadn't even muted it yet. Then came the most embarrassing move of all. He posted a reel. Of us. Old clips. Random photos mashed together. A grainy video from a vacation we took where I was laughing on the beach. A song playing softly in the background. Some sad R&B track that was supposed to make it emotional. The caption? Sometimes you don't know what you had until it's gone broken heart. I'm not joking. I had to screenshot it. It was that desperate. I didn't even follow him anymore, but of course, people sent it to me. Friends, co-workers. Even one of his boys DM'd me like, "Bro, you broke him." No, he broke himself. He broke everything when he called me a backup plan. When he laughed about settling, for me like I wasn't the best thing that ever happened to him. Now my glow-up had him simping in full HD, and he didn't care who saw it. But here's the thing. I wasn't moved. I wasn't touched. I didn't feel sorry for him. I felt free. Because the same man who once made me feel invisible was now begging for the attention he used to take for granted. Posting old memories like they could rewrite the damage he caused. He used to say I was too emotional. Now he was out here acting like a sad playlist with Wi-Fi. Let him post. Let him quote Drake. Let him regret it. Me. I was already in a new chapter. One he doesn't get to be part of. It was a mutual friend's birthday party. One of those casual backyard things. Music, drinks, too many people pretending they still liked each other from college. I almost didn't go, but something in me said show up. So I did. Confident, glowing, thriving. I wore this sleek outfit that made me feel powerful, not because it was tight or revealing, but because it was me. My hair was done, my smile was easy, and I walked in like I belonged there. Because I did. And then, I saw him. He didn't see me right away. He was standing near the fire pit, drink in hand, fake laughing at something some guy said. And next to him, a girl, his new girlfriend. I looked at her, then at him. It was like déjà vu. She was dressed exactly like I used to. Same kind of soft, neutral sweater. Same simple hairstyle I used to think made me look approachable. She laughed at his jokes a little too hard, stood a little too close. And in her eyes, I saw the girl I used to be, trying to hold on to someone who gave just enough to keep you guessing. Poetic, huh? He finally noticed me across the yard. Our eyes met. Just for a second. Then he looked away fast. Pretended to check his phone. Pretended I didn't exist. But his face, it said everything. Shock, regret, embarrassment. He couldn't even look me in the eye. And I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't bitter. I didn't want to scream or cry or call him out. I just watched. Calm. Detached. Because I saw it all so clearly now. I knew that girl's future. The same slow drip of being made to feel small. The passive-aggressive comments. The way he'd make her feel like she was lucky to be there, while looking around for something better. She didn't know yet. But I did. I caught her glance once. She smiled politely. I smiled back. Not in pity, just in peace. Because whatever spell he had over me was long gone. He left that party early. I didn't. I stayed. Laughed. Talked. Took selfies with friends. Danced to music that used to play in the background while he ignored me. He thought I'd disappear when he replaced me. But there I was, better than ever. Not looking back. And him? He couldn't and stand to look. I didn't expect her to message me. Not ever. But late one night, I got a DM from his new girlfriend. The same girl from that backyard party. Her profile picture popped up, and for a second, I thought maybe it was a mistake. But no, it was her. And the message? Simple. I saw the texts. Did he really say all that? My heart didn't race. I didn't panic. I just sat there, staring at the screen, thinking, so she found it. I replied, yes. He said every word. Then I opened my folder. The screenshots. The receipts. The group chat messages. The stuff I had saved not to be petty, but because I knew one day truth would matter. And now it did. I sent her everything. No extra commentary. No told you so. Just the facts. His exact words. The way he joked about settling for, how he called me Plan B. The way he laughed behind my back while I loved him with everything I had. She didn't reply right away. Then, 20 minutes later. Wow. I had a feeling. And then, I'm done. Thanks for being honest. That was it. That's all she said. The next day, his page was wiped clean. No more couple photos. No stories. He unfollowed her. She unfollowed him. Quiet digital proof that the relationship was over. I didn't smile. Not in a petty way, at least. But I felt peace. Not because I wanted revenge, but because the truth finally caught up to him. He thought he could move on and rewrite the narrative. Make himself look like the victim. Start fresh with a girl who didn't know any better. But real always exposes fake. And the way he treated me? It left a stain he couldn't hide. Now, he's alone. And me, the girl he once said wasn't his first choice. The one he thought would always stick around, I'm gone. And not just gone out of his league. I know that sounds bold, but I've earned it. I leveled up in every way. My mind, my energy, my confidence. I no longer shrink to fit next to someone who couldn't handle my full potential. She reached out to me because she saw the red flags I once ignored. And I told her the truth because no one warned me. Now he knows. I wasn't the one he settled for. I was the one he lost. He regrets it now. I can tell. He's not brave enough to say it out loud, but it shows. In the weird follow requests from accounts with no profile pictures. In the random texts from unknown numbers saying, hey, is this still you? In the way he views every story I post. Immediately. That's how I know. He's still watching. Still waiting. Still hoping I'll respond, even if it's just to tell him off. But I won't. Because I don't need to. He thought I'd fall apart. That I'd come crawling back. That I'd stay stuck in the pain while he moved on like nothing happened. But he was wrong. I'm not the same girl he mocked. Not the girl he said wasn't his type. Not the one he laughed about with his friends like I was some kind of placeholder. That girl, she's long gone. Now, I'm living a life he never saw coming. A life he didn't think I was worthy of. And I built it all after him. I stopped shrinking to make other people comfortable. I started showing up for myself instead of waiting for someone else to. I worked on my body, my mind, my confidence. I started dressing for me, not for approval. And the people around me? They see the change. They feel it. I laugh more now. I sleep better. I walk into rooms without wondering if I'm enough. Because I know I am. And while I'm out here living free, he's still stuck in the past. Still chasing a version of me that no longer exists. He regrets losing me. Regrets saying what he said. Regrets not realizing what he had until it was too late. But me? I don't regret walking away. I don't regret the glow-up. I don't regret going silent and letting my actions speak louder than any argument ever could. I'm not bitter. I'm better. Better without the constant anxiety. Better without the empty promises. Better without pretending to be okay with being treated like an afterthought. He thought I'd never leave. He thought I'd always be there, waiting. But now? He can't even find me. And honestly, that's the best part.